Hi, and welcome back to Adventures in Handmade. I had so much fun making last week's episode, I decided that we should do it all again today. Before we jump into today's project, though, I have some exciting news to share. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it yet, but Siouxsiequeue.com has a whole new look. Yay! We debuted our new theme last week, and I could not be happier with the result. Everything feels so fresh and cohesive. It's got our regular fonts and our brand colors, and it's just beautiful. Big shout out to Jeremy for helping me with all the technical stuff. It made the install really, really simple. And something that I'm really excited about is we are now able to display customer feedback right on the front page of our website, as well as on the item page. So I'm hoping that will encourage some new customers to give us a chance now that they can see the nice things that you have to say about us. If you have a moment, please check it out for yourself and let us know what you think of the new website design. I always love to hear from you. I love to see your costumes, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And I love it even when you just pop in and say hi. So, hi. Back to what we're doing today. As you can see, I'm working on more packaging. We're finishing up the packaging restock. Instead of necklace cards, though, today it's our earring cards. And last week I mentioned that almost all of our packaging is made by hand in our studio, just like our stickers and our products. And we use the earring cards both for displays in the booth and as well as to keep the pairs of earrings together when customers place orders. And sometimes, again, for business cards when we run out. Uh, As you can see here, I use my Cricut machine to cut out both the necklace and the earring cards. I love this machine because it makes everything so fast. It only takes about 5 minutes to cut out a sheet of earring cards, and I get a really consistent result as well. In the very early days, I was doing this by hand, and it was always a little wonky, and it just really stinks to cut out hundreds of little pieces of things by hand, and it never quite turns out the way that you think it will that way. So, yeah, yay for my Cricut machine. I'm using a 12-inch square piece of pre-printed cardstock, and I talked a lot about my cardstock last week to make both the necklace and the earring cards. I have been a little weepy about the end of this paper stash, but I think I've found a suitable replacement. I made some samples this morning. I'm not quite ready to share them yet, but I think it's going to work out, and I'm really excited. I'm going to, now that I've got the paper samples, I'm going to make some sample cards, and we'll see how they look, and we'll just go from there. One of the other reasons I'm so excited to have this kind of quiet moment and packaging restock is that it's been allowing me to ruminate on an event application I've been working on. And real quick, once the cards come out of the machine here like this, I just pop them off the sticky mat. That mat it's just slightly sticky. There's no residue on the cards, and it just holds the paper down so it doesn't shift around while it's processing in the machine. But back to the event application, it's a pretty big event, and I'm not ready to talk about what show it is, mostly because I have not submitted my application yet, but also I'm a little afraid of jinxing it. Besides working on my regular to-do list and restocking our packaging, I have been having to think about what kind of inventory we would bring to this event. Are Kira and I able to make enough inventory fast enough for this event? Can I link to my website or an online photo album for reference photos, or do I need to find somewhere to print photos? Can you even get photos printed anymore? It's so funny because I was thinking about that the other day. I saw a very young person with a 35mm camera, just one of those point and shoot cameras we had back in the day. And I was thinking, like, where do you even buy film if you're not a professional photographer? And like, you used to be able to get pictures developed like at the grocery store and at the pharmacy and little, drive through huts and parking lots, but you can't do that anymore because everything's digital. So where do you even get pictures printed if you need physical pictures for things like applications? I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm panicking, because I am, just a little bit. I have been wanting to do this event ever since Siouxsiequeue began, and I want this application to be a standout in a sea of other well-qualified applicants. And I'm sure many of you have already figured out what I'm talking about. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as big event. And we're going to do everything step by step, just like you're seeing me do with these earring cards right now. First, we're going to make the template, then we're going to cut it out, and then we're going to put the stickers on. And that's kind of the metaphor for this application. We're going to fill it in. We're going to figure out what to do about the pictures. A very, very wonderful friend of mine has kindly agreed to write a letter of recommendation for me, and I have been sending around to my nearest and dearest, like basically a cover letter that I wrote myself for this application. So we're just gathering up all the materials and getting ready to go. And so hit us up if you want to, send good vibes or keep us in your thoughts, do a little dance, whatever you do to send good wishes, because I need them right now. I'm stressing everybody out. In addition to the big application, we are, of course, getting ready for Emerald City Comic Con, which is coming up March 6th through 9th in Seattle, Washington. I'm super, super excited for that. And that caused a tiny bit of stress for me today as well, because I got an email from the showrunner that has all the due dates for things. And so, we have to have, if we're shipping freight, we have to make those arrangements by a certain time and date. If we need services like Wi-Fi or electricity, we need to get that information submitted by a certain date. And I run some ads, which means that we need to get those. And I just didn't realize how close that all was. And I know some of you are thinking, Suzanne, are you bonkers? That is still 2 months away. But for Kira and I, it's not that far. It's not far at all. So we are just, again, I've got this list. It's color coded. Tell me you're surprised that my list is color coded. Just tell me. And we're just going through one task at a time, one ring at a time since 2006. That's where that comes from, because that's all we can do. We're just putting our best foot forward every day and trying to do the best that we can every day and get as much done in a quality way without killing or injuring ourselves. Speaking of injuries, a lot of you know that I'm super, super clumsy. And so I have another fun injury to report. I had a tool break on me last week, and the injury is not serious by any stretch. It left a teeny tiny little bruise that I don't even think you can see unless I point to it. But it's really funny to work for yourself and then become injured, because you still have to account for the injury in the same way you would if you worked for someone else. But in our case, I mostly just wave the injured appendage, in this case, my hand, at Jeremy and say, tell him what happened, and then put some Aquaphor and a Band-Aid on it, and off you go. Yeah, the injury is so serious. It's on my right hand, and you can't even see it in the video. So don't worry too much about that. I am okay. that we've got kind of a short episode today because earring cards are much faster than necklace cards. They don't require gluing or anything. We just cut and stick the stickers. And so that's about it for me for now. I hope you're enjoying these rambles. I'm enjoying rambling and showing you what we're working on. Have a great week. We'll be back next week where we'll be doing something different. We'll be filling the capsules for our vending machine, Cindy the Vendy. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.